So, Gucky, first of all, a great August period, an unbeaten 2 wins and a draw. So, just looking back at that, first of all, now that you have had quite a while to, I imagine that was a really positive month for yourselves.
Yeah, obviously, once you go through the pre-season period, it's all to set you up for the start of the season. So it builds confidence when you do get off to a good start and a winning start, and some real positive individual performances. But as a collective, the full group have done really, really well to start the season off as strong as what we have done.
Yeah, how important is it to reiterate, about the togetherness and the group as a whole? Because I've had quite a few new bodies come in, with first years and whatnot. So how have they all embedded in the squad?
Yeah, the 7 lads who we've brought in, plus Josh Musfari, who's going to be with us as well, from a goalkeeping perspective, they've gelled really well with the current scholars. Training looks really well. I'm pleased with where we're at training wise. It's really competitive. There's a challenge every day within training amongst the individuals, which is, it's helping grow a togetherness for when we go into our games on a Saturday.
Yeah, you've mentioned a name there, Josh Musfari, of course, coming in after leaving Huddersfield Town last season. So for you, just looking at him as a development point of view, in and around the first team as well, learning off Mark Goodlad and the first team keepers. So just for him, it's really good for him to progress and develop. Yeah,
I think for all parties. I think for Josh himself, obviously coming out of Huddersfield, and for us where we were at as a youth team, unfortunately we lost Jake Wilkinson on the eve of the season to a fractured finger, so that was him out for 6 weeks. So Josh has done really well when he's come in. I've known Josh for a lot of years. He's grew in confidence and he's grew in ability levels as well since he's been away, and he's been a real key part and integral to the game so far this season.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out was, the goal scoring form as well. You have kept a few clean sheets alongside that, but in every game you've played, you've scored 2, 3, 4 goals, so that must be really positive.
Yeah, I suppose the positive aspect is that the goals are coming from different positions within the team. We've got defenders chipping in, midfield players, wide midfield players. So we've got goals in the team, which is always a real benefit and something that we'd struggled with last season, and we seem to have turned a corner with that, and long may it continue.
Yeah, and starting September with the game you must be pulling your hair out with, quite an enthralling end-to-end game against Preston North End, where you made a comeback in the second half, but unfortunately just felt the last hurdle.
Yeah, first half we weren't really at the levels that we'd been in previous games, and the lads knew that. We had discussion at half time, we changed a few things, and we got a good reaction from the players, and it was probably a great game to watch for the spectators, but we were disappointed with obviously conceding in the last seconds of the game. But overall, we got a reaction from first half to second half, which I was pleased about, and it's a learning process for the boys.
Yeah, and you bounced back on Saturday. I think it was 3-0 in the end against Mansfield Town. So, just your assessment on that result?
Tough game. Mansfield scoreline sort of suggests that we were really comfortable, but there was moments in the game where we weren't so comfortable, and we really had to defend and emergency defending, and Josh once again made a couple of important saves at critical times. We were under pressure for long periods, but full credit to the boys, they withstood the pressure, and we managed to go on and score a late goal at the end to sort of settle the game really, and make the scoreline look a little bit more comfortable than what the game actually was.
Yeah, and a few fixtures coming up, and I believe you're back home on Saturday.
We're back home on Saturday at Lincoln City, so when you are winning games and things like that, the games can't come quick enough. So the lads are looking forward to this week's training, and looking forward to seeing what Lincoln have to offer, and seeing if we can keep our winning run together and try and get consecutive wins together, and see what that holds for us.